Let's start things off with day one of President Moon Jae-in's state visit to New Zealand. He met with the country's Governor-General and touched on a number of topics, including bilateral ties. During the talks, the duo found common ground on the goal of making their societies inclusive. Shin Se-min has our top story.
President Moon Jae-in on a state visit to New Zealand sat down on Monday with Governor-General Patsy Reddy for a working lunch, where the two discussed ways to further boost bilateral relations. There, the president praised the Pacific nation's social integration policy, embracing the native Maori people, something he says mirrors a policy he's pursuing in his own country.
아까 총독님도 말씀하셨습니다만 세상에서 가장 중요한 것은 사람이라는 마오리족 부족 속담이 매우 인상적입니다. 원주민과 서로를 포용하여 사회 통합도 이루었습니다. 진정 어린 존중과 배려의 자세를 배우게 됩니다.
President Moon added that he hopes the two countries build on the idea of pursuing inclusivity. That sentiment also echoed by Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who said in a statement that the two nations have a shared domestic policy in that respect, on which they will be looking to exchange views and experiences. The Governor-General expressed support for President Moon's push for peace on the Korean Peninsula and said that the president has made a good start despite the long journey ahead. Earlier in the day, the South Korean president visited New Zealand's Tomb of the Unknown Warrior, where he paid his respects. Still left on President Moon's schedule here in New Zealand is a summit meeting with Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern and a joint press conference afterwards. In those, as the South Korean leader is likely to discuss issues of economic cooperation and efforts on North Korea, an area where New Zealand has welcomed President Moon's efforts to resolve the long-standing challenges. Shin Se-min, Arirang News, Auckland.